In this video, I'm going to share with you the easiest way to find rent-to-own real estate. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from Ask Rinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know what the easiest and fastest way is to find rent-to-own real estate, make sure you watch the video till the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. Finding a rent-to-own home can be a very daunting task. Not only is it a full-time job, but it can actually seem impossible when you're going through the process trying to actually get these homes. As I've shared in many of my other videos, rent-to-own is based on terms. So oftentimes these properties are both invisible, yet they're visible, if there's such a thing. Finding a rent-to-own home involves networking. It involves having and knowing the right people because, again, the process of it is based on terms. So not only are you looking for a home for rent, you're looking for a townhouse for rent, you're looking for a condo or multifamily for rent, you need something that can actually be based on terms that fit your budget and also your credit standing. So the fastest and easiest ways to find these types of homes would be rent-to-own realtors. There's a segment, a unique segment of realtors that actually exists that deals specifically in rent-to-own. And these realtors exist across the country. And in my state, New Jersey, our group specializes in deals in rent-to-own. Rent-to-own realtors tend to have relationships with landlords and also homeowners, people who actually have specifically homes for rent. So as we know, apartment living and apartment renting is one thing, but rent-to-own tends to focus more on homes for rent and properties for rent. This is where people are actually looking to buy a house or get into a property with a backyard, a driveway, and all the things that come with home ownership, but they're renting the property with the option to purchase it later on. So there are many advantages for getting a rent-to-own home and doing this particular process because it tends to be a win-win all around for both not only the seller, but also for the buyer tenant. So there are many who find rent-to-own appealing, and this just doesn't cover those who actually have compromised credit, who need time to be able to build their credit up and then purchase maybe a year or two down the line. This also applies to those who are in the current market, who are currently dealing and have mortgages ready to go, want to buy a house, but they simply can't. That's because there's no inventory, so there are bidding wars everywhere you turn. So we have clients who have put in 8, 9, 10, 15 offers, and every one they've lost. And this has nothing to do with whether or not they're putting asking price or below asking price. They're putting asking and above on these properties. However, there's no way to know what the others are bidding. So we're not sure if they're losing genuinely or maybe the agents are just keeping the properties for themselves. However, they're losing these bids and they're getting tired. And also people have other issues that are pending. They have other timelines that are pending, so they need to be in a property sooner than later. So rent-to-own applies for those in that case as well, where they've gone through the process of trying to establish home ownership by getting a mortgage and purchasing now. However, they just find themselves to not be able to find a house, and if they get to a house that they like, they're either in a fierce bidding war with many multiple offers on the property, or they just simply can't clinch a property. So they turn to rent-to-own. So there are two main values for every good rent-to-own realtor. Number one is a rent-to-own realtor can find you properties that are off market. And number two, rent-to-own realtor knows how to take you through the process of a rent-to-own program, so to speak, to help you prepare to be able to purchase the property successfully. When the property actually is consummated and the deal's put together, it doesn't stop there. That's actually when it begins. Process begins for you, the buyer tenant, because your goal is to purchase that property in a year or two down the line. So you want to make sure that you're connected to the right help to help you get that guidance and help you get the network that surrounds you to be able to get to that point. There are many people that come into play when it comes to getting you from point A to point Z when you're looking to try to purchase a property and you're in a rent-to-own situation. When you start out, you're in the property, so you have the benefit of owning the property or benefit of access and use of the property while you're preparing to actually own the property. So it's important to be connected to the right realtor. It's important to be connected to that realtor because that realtor will connect you with the right credit people, to correct mortgage people, to correct people that would actually put the picture of your home ownership together so that you can actually purchase the property sooner than later and on the best terms. You don't want to get into a rent-to-own property where you're paying exorbitantly more for it than what you should, and you want to make sure that you're getting a fair shot at getting the property for what is a fair market value for it, and also having a great interest rate and mortgage. So to accomplish this, there are a lot of pieces that go into place. It's important for you to follow a plan, follow along a guide that will actually help you to start and know what to do from day one to the last day when you get the keys to your house finally turned over to you. You need to know what to do, where to start. You need to know what steps to make, what phone calls to do, and what letters you should use to send to start to repair your credit. There's an entire process that goes along with this. And that's the reason why I actually established our Fast Track Rent to Own program. We've established this program to be able to help those who are looking to rent properties, homes for rent, specifically. People who are looking to have home ownership, but they're just not ready right now. Their credit is in a certain position. They have certain things that are basically precluding them from purchasing now. We also have clients that have money, but they're just not there from a credit perspective, or they just need a little bit more time. There's others, as I've shared, who have gotten tired with the whole bidding war situation, the low inventory problem that we're currently having in the market, and they need to get into a home with their children, so to speak, or their family sooner than later. So they're participating in this program as well. So this Fast Track program kind of lay things out for you and give you a guide, depending on what your situation is and what your standing is, of what to do from day one to start that process towards your home ownership goals. So to get started and learn more about our Fast Track Rent to Own program, simply go to my website, AskRinde.com. You can click on Rent to Own. It's going to take you to the Rent to Own section. And you can click on the Rent to Own button to be able to start and access details on the program. You can also email me at askRindeNow@gmail.com for more information. I'll be happy to share what we can with you. And also, please feel free to share with us the market that you're interested in, the county, the cities, and what you're looking for. Bedroom count, bathroom count, if you have needs such as a driveway, if you need a garage, if it's an attached garage, you need detached, if you need a large backyard, and if you're looking for somewhere that has, probably a good school system. We'd like to know all those details from you. We'd like to see how we can help you. So an example of the rent-to-own homes that we deal with would be this property. This property is a little bit less than 4,000 square feet, and it was actually built after 2015, so fairly recently. It has a brand new modern kitchen, 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths. It has an attached 2-car garage. It has a very large backyard with a playground for children, and also a setting to where if you'd like to put in an above ground pool, you could do that. It is a gated backyard, so it's very secluded, perfect for barbecuing, etc. This is actually what rent to own is all about. It puts you in a position where you can have a home like this with a modern kitchen, open floor plan, large living room, formal dining room, even a sunroom, and more, and not have to delay your home ownership. There's no need for you to delay your home ownership because you have rent to own. You just need to be able to connect with the right people to be able to find you deals like this, off-market deals that are available, that the owners are ready to do something exactly like this, where they rent the property to you with the option to purchase it. So in this particular property, the owner does not want to sell right now. There are owners that do not want to sell. They want to hold on to the property right now. They might have other properties that they have available, or they might basically have relocated and they just feel like they want to keep this property in their portfolio or for themselves right now. Some of these people own multiple properties. Some of them this is their primary residence, but then they are staying somewhere else. They have had other things come up, like family emergency or job relocation, whatever. So their reasons vary, but the fact is that they're open and willing to rent the properties. They want to rent the properties with the option to own it. So these properties and these owners exist. There are people who actually want to rent their properties out with the option to purchase it down the line. They want to basically keep the property in the interim for now, while they either maybe make some cash flow on it and just hold on to it in their portfolio, in their family, in their holdings for now, while they rent it with the option to sell it to you at a later date. So there are homeowners like this we deal with all the time. These people have homes for rent, they have townhouses for rent, condos for rent, they have multifamily properties for rent, and it is a plethora of these properties that are out there on the market. But again, like I shared before, there's unique things about rent to own that many people don't know, but a good rent to own realtor would know. They'll be able to actually share this information with you, get you into touch with people who are willing to do this, because again, rent to own is based on turn. So if you're ready for your rent to own home, feel free to go to our website, AskRinde.com, click on the rent to own section, and get started today. And please feel free to leave a comment below if you have questions about anything or if you need help with anything. If you're looking for a rent to own home and you want to know where to get started, you want to know if we work in your city, leave a comment below and we'll be happy to respond. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.